and welcome to at Rachel Rogers, a YouTube channel where we take topics in the news, celebrity or otherwise, and we discuss them through various views. So the topic I would like to discuss today is that of the California wildfires. So as many of us know, California has been burning up for years. So much so that they have a designated fire season. So this particular fire season has been the most consuming than those of the past. These fires have destroyed the most property, structures and houses. It has the most casualties, and it has the most loss of life because of these fires. So the wind gust during these fires has been the strongest than normal. It's drier than normal. Like, all the factors that go along with fueling a fire have been amplified for this particular fire season. And truth be told, they may not even have enough water to fight these fires in order to extinguish them, or, at least try to maintain them. So all that is going on top of they don't have enough manpower. There aren't enough firefighters out there to help fight these fires. So in order to supplement that, the state of California has started to utilize its prisoners. Now, little did I know, the California state prisons has a program for these prisoners to become quote unquote firefighters. It's called the Rehabilitation Fire Camp Program. And there are requirements and everything. So if a prisoner wants to join this fire camp, the requirement is they have to be physically fit. They have to be mentally fit. They have to have 8 years or less on their sentence. And some of the benefits would be that they get a day off of their time, or however much time taken off of their sentence for each day that they are serving on this fire crew. And then some of them will be able to get their records expunged. Now, I don't know if that's an across the board expungement, no matter what your charge was, or if it's only, certain charges that would be eligible for that expungement. But nevertheless, that is a carrot that they're dangling in front of these prisoners to get them to join this fire crew. Now, there has recently been an uproar once everybody found out about how they're using the prisoners to fight the fires. Everybody started complaining about how they're not getting paid enough. Now, I've seen in some reports that, they're getting paid $2 a day. Some reports said $10 a day. Well, either 2 or 10, that's still not enough for a person to go out there and risk their life for a fire, whether they're a criminal or not. Okay. Now, I say they're in prison. Okay. They're in prison, then that's where they need to be. I feel that us advocating for these prisoners to get paid, I think that is strengthening the hand of this basically prison slave labor. Now, everybody is coming out, advocating for these prisoners to get paid more. Kim Kardashian being the main one, and everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon after she came out and expressed her displeasure about the prisoners not getting paid enough. The next thing I know, all the little radio shows and the talk shows and all the other little people, started talking about pay the prisoners more. Well, I say they shouldn't be getting paid nothing because they should be in prison. Okay? This is a slippery slope that I think people are not paying attention to. We have to understand that this is modern day slavery. Now, regardless, so my question is, how much is enough? How much is enough in order for people to feel that it's justified that these prisoners are out here fighting fires, taking away firefighting jobs for the citizens that are out here trying to do the right thing and take care of their families? Now, they always want to tell us that it's the illegal immigrants that are taking the jobs, but in actuality, it's not the illegal immigrants. It's the prisoners. They have prisoners working essentially for free in all aspects of the economy. I even did a video on it. The video about how Alabama is getting sued because they're using prisoners like slaves. If you hadn't watched it, go check it out. Okay? My thing is, if you want somebody to be a firefighter, you need to release them from prison and let them go to the firefighting school and become a firefighter. And then they can fight the fires and make however many thousands of dollars a year that firefighters make. Now, there are too many people that have interest in keeping these prisoners imprisoned in order to do these types of jobs because they make money from it. And that means that they're not going to want to release these prisoners when it's time to release. They're going to play games with these prisoners and these prisoners' families. They're going to be locking people up for any old little thing. Because, we need more cheap firefighters. It ain't because half the ones that's already been out there fighting, they dead. Okay? They lost their life due to smoke inhalation or whatever happens out there when you're fighting fighters that cause you to lose your life. We done lost 50% of our manpower from the rehabilitation fire camp. We need more people, so let's come up with some petty laws so we can start locking more people up so they can get in this fire camp in the prison, and we can pay them $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 a day and go out here and fight these fires. Like I said, they're taking away jobs for people out here in the quote unquote free world, in the free society, to do. Now, if you don't have enough firefighters, maybe you need to do a better job of recruiting people. Maybe you need to pay more. I don't know. Maybe you need to come up with some incentives to get people to be firefighters. But as long as we keep allowing the prisons to use these prisoners for cheap labor, nothing is going to change. It's only going to get worse. And then what's going to happen? It's going to spill out of the prisons into the general public. This is how it works. America has a pattern. You have to pay attention to the pattern. We are so easy to forget. This is what America loves to do. They love to single out a group of individuals, exploit them, marginalize them, treat them in whatever way that they feel fit. They perfect the tactic. And once the tactic is perfected and they see that they can get the result that they want, then they roll it out to the general population. It happens every time. And by the time it gets to the general population, then all of a sudden, it's a problem, right? But then the people that it started out with, they're sitting back like, well, we've been trying to tell y'all that this was going on. We've been trying to ask y'all for help. Now that it's affecting you, you want to do something about it, right? But by the time it affects the general population, it's going to be a lot harder to get the cat back in the bag, right? If you can even get it back in the bag. So you should have been outraged when it was happening to this one group of people. You should have stopped it then before it even got to you. But you were so busy living your best life, and you looking at this group of people like, we ain't worried about them. They're nothing anyway. Okay? You didn't want to do nothing about it. That is the pattern. That's how it works. And that is my concern. My concern is this type of exploitive behavior, like I said, basically treating people like slaves, is going to spill out into the general public. Now, the only reason they're even paying them the $2 to $10 a day is so they can actually say they're not slaves, we're paying them. But anybody knows that, like I said, even if they're paying them $100 a day, it is still basically free. Because if they were a real firefighter, they would be making way more than that a year. They would be making however many hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars a year to be a firefighter. So it is still in the best interest of the state and whoever else has an interest in these prisoners working for free. It is still cheaper to use these prisoners versus releasing them, letting them go to the fire school and becoming a firefighter and making a career out of it and getting paid however many thousands of dollars a year that that firefighters get paid, with all the benefits and everything else that comes along with it, right? So it's not going to stop. Because, like I said, people are greedy and people are making money hand over fist behind using prisoners for this cheap labor, modern day slave labor. And we are unknowingly strengthening the hand. So you got Kim Kardashian coming out advocating for these prisoners. Oh, pay them more money. Okay, well, how much is enough then? How much money is enough money for these prisoners to get out here and lose their lives? I don't know what that number is. Like I said, if you want them to be prisoners free, if you want them to be firefighters, if you want them to be firefighters, free them and let them go do it the way they're supposed to do it, and then you'll have more firefighters. So we have to start looking at the long game, okay? I don't know. People just forget so easily. We have to look at the past. America has a pattern, and this is the pattern, as I stated before. We have to break the pattern, and because we don't pay attention, we strengthen the hand of the very system that's going to come and get us next. We're next, okay? And we're helping them get there by advocating for these prisoners to be paid more. No, if they're in jail, that's where they need to be, in jail doing their time. Okay? And you're going to have to figure something out if in order to get what you need done. So that's my take on it. I just think it's just not right. It's just not right on so many levels. And for some reason, it is so hard for people to do the right thing. It is. People always talk about how, oh, I'm this so good and I'm so moral. But in actuality, you're not. You're greedy and you're selfish, and everything is about you. And this is the reason why the country in general is in the state it's in today, because people are greedy and selfish. And then other people just look and accept the reasons that were given without taking a deeper look into it. And like I said, thinking ahead and what are the long-term effects of this? Okay. People have a hard time doing that. So that's my take on those fires and the prisoners and everything. I'll go ahead and talk about the TikTok real quick. So TikTok was banned like for one day, for those of you that may have not known, TikTok was banned for one day, but now it's back. Okay. And TikTok put out a statement to all the users basically saying that Donald Trump saved TikTok and y'all should be proud and happy that Donald Trump saved the day. So, I feel like they're playing games. Now, I don't know what game they're playing. I don't know what prize is at the end of this game, but it's definitely a game because they're telling us that they want TikTok, America wants control over TikTok because to protect the citizens' data. But the fact is, our data is already compromised. Our data is already out there. You know, everybody's data is free game. So I don't want to hear that. That's not the reason. At the end of the day, in my opinion, it's about money. It's about money. Because 9 times out of 10, when you have things like this going on, it's about money, okay? Who's getting all the money? Now, I feel like they're putting something in the water. When they start using people like Kim Kardashian to advocate for things, and then they start pushing narratives such as, oh, this person is the hero, they're putting something in the water and they want you to drink it because they know what the end game is. Then the end result is going to benefit them and the few that really know what's going on and know the real rules and everything of this game. So we have to be careful not to just drink this water that they give us. And we just have to think ahead and not forget the past. A lot of this is because we are forgetting the past. And so we forget that there's a pattern. We lose track of the pattern. There's a pattern. Okay. There is a pattern. And we just have to be careful, okay, not to drink the water and recognize the pattern and alter our behavior so that way we're not strengthening the hand of this. Because like I said, it's going to spill over into the general population. Because at the end of the day, they want all the money, not just some of the money, okay? They want yours too. Now, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.